It is round number 4. Round number 4, we played this before. Well, if you've done physical quizzes with me, we played this before. It's build a word. Build a word. So in a moment, I'm going to ask you 6 questions, okay? So 6 questions. And then if you take the first letter of each of your answers, you're going to spell a word out. Now, the word is in order. It's not an anagram, so it's you know, letter number 1, then number 2, then number 3. That is going to spell out a word in order. If you manage to get, the word, you get yourself a 5-point bonus. Okay, so 1 point for each correct answer, and then if you get the bonus word, you get yourself a 5-point bonus. Okay, so we're going to clear the board. Clear the board. Okay, so we've got 6 questions. Write your answers down. These have to obviously be done in order. Okay, so like you know, don't worry if some of them are hard early on. I'll give you repeats. I mean, the questions stay there anyway, so I don't even need to repeat them. You can just. What is going on this? Okay, right. Question number 1. Oh, we're sciencey, by the way. Sciencey, chemistry, you know, physics, biology. Okay, so in science, what is the technical term for the act of breathing? So we didn't say breathing. What do you say? I've given you a clue because, I should say, on the digital answer pack, you have to write these answers in block capitals. I'm having a nightmare with the case sensitivity of these things. I've spoken to the very producers of Typeform, and they say, no, we're not going to change it for you. So that's really annoying. So it's 11 letters, and it has to all be in what? I don't even understand what. Have we just been like? Has the party just been crashed by loads of people that have no idea what's going on? I could bar them. I don't want to bar them though, because I feel that you're adding something. But if you're just going to write poop all the time, anyway. Number 2. Where in the body would you find the stirrup bone? The stirrup bone. That's a 9. Really? Oh, guys, that's really sad. I'm gonna have to put you on timeout now. Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it? Do you think they're children or something? No, you're going. I don't understand the well, they're all going on timeout. Oh God, what a shame. Okay, anyway, although I have to say it's quite cool because people have been like, "Ooh, this is really, really popular." So let's ban the shit out of it. Okay, question number 3. An orchidectomy is the surgical removal of the what? So it's 9 letters, just not to confuse you. So the orchidectomy is the surgical removal of the what? Oh, Roy, do you reckon it was Luke? Yeah, but the thing is, my bloody 10-year-old nephew is playing this, and he's not just writing the word poo. Okay, come on, right, back to quiz. Next one. What name is given to the teeth located between the canines? This one's for you, Mum. Mum's a dental nurse. We did the Simnel cake. That's got nothing to do with teeth, but the Simnel cake last week. So this one is for you, Mum. So what? If you don't know this, I'm never going to trust a single thing you say after this point about me brushing my teeth or flossing or anything. Oh, and incidentally, it's 8 letters, just to let you know, so that we can, well, it's pluralised. Next question. What is the most common gas in the air we inhale? So the air that you're all inhaling right now, the most, well, prolific, I'd say is a better word. Well, the most common or most prolific one. Ooh! I'm putting him in timeout, but I don't know how long is timeout. Right, let's do the next one. Oh God, there's some knobs in the world. Which disorder can be defined as having less than the normal quantity of hemoglobin in the blood? So which disorder can be defined as having less than the normal quantity of hemoglobin in the blood? Okay, so there's all 6 of your questions. Now take the first letter of each of those and going from the top to the bottom, it will spell out a word. It's a sciencey word. It's a sciencey word. Okay, don't worry. It's not going to be, you know, a weird word that's not outside of science. It's a sciencey word. So what do you reckon it is? You get 1 point for each of your answers, and then you. You're welcome, Mum. You're welcome. Okay, so do you want me to leave these with you for a little bit more while I just go through and time out people for writing the word penis and poop in the chat? Right, so I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on to group number 2 now because we're almost 55 minutes into the quiz, folks. Okay. Group number 2, clear the board, clear the board. Here we go. Oh yeah, because like I said, we got 2 of these, okay? 2 of these. So, the first of your next 6 questions, still sciencey. Which element has the chemical symbol Pb? Come on, that is just insanely easy. again, poop. So, which element has the chemical symbol Pb? Next question, which word, okay, get into this, physics here. Which word describes the property of a matter by which it continues in a uniform motion unless acted upon? So one of the laws of motion, it will continue in a uniform motion until acted upon. But what is it? Remember, you've got to write it in block capitals, It's just a one-word answer. Let's go to number 3. The theory involving the large-scale motion of the Earth's crust is known as plate what? So all of those plates moving around, the study of them is, or the theory is plate what? Plate what? Remember, it's got to be in block capitals. You have to spell it right. Sadly, with online quizzes, it is a spelling test. Next one. What is the only common metal that is liquid at room temperature? So I say common. I mean, even then it's not exactly common, but there's other ones that are less common. But what is the come on, you know this. I'm giving you the only common metal that is liquid at room temperature. The one that we at school we were like, oh my god, that's amazing. So what is it? Penultimate question. Which planet was discovered in 1781 by Friedrich Herschel? I'm not sure if that's exactly how you pronounce his name. So, Friedrich Herschel. Which planet was discovered by him in 1781? The guy was a ledge. And then your final question. What is the name of the second major layer of Earth's atmosphere? Okay, so we're on the Earth. We are in a layer. Shall I tell you? Okay, we're in the troposphere. Okay, so we are in the troposphere. That's the one closest to the surface of the Earth. And then there's multiple layers going up above. So we're in the troposphere. What's this? So that's the first one. What's the second one? So we go, so through the troposphere, what's the next layer that we get into? Build a word. So 1 point for each of your correct answers, and then 5 points for the bonus words. So in science, what is the technical term for the act of breathing? You had to spell it right. It had to be in block capitals, and it was Respiration. Respiration. So an R is what we need. Where in the body would you find the stirrup bone? It's in your ear. It's in your ear. It's one of those tiny little bones in in your ears. So we need an E. Your next one, T was testicle. Testicle, testicles, but the surgical removal of the testicle. So we need a T. The name given to the teeth located between the canines. Mum got it. I should bloody hope. Incisors. Incisors. So we had an I for incisors. The most common gas in the air that we inhale is nitrogen. Nitrogen. We just breathe it in and breathe it out. It's almost just like a bolstering gas for the ones that we actually are more interested in. And then the anemia. Anemia was your last one. The having less than normal amount of hemoglobin. And so therefore, for 5 points, the word was retina. Retina. So 5 points for retina and 1 point for each of the words. So 1 point for each of the correct answers, and then 5 points for retina. Are we ready for group number 2? Group number 2 now. Which element has the chemical symbol Pb? Stands for the Latin plumbum, and it is lead. Lead. So we need L is what we needed. Which word describes the property of matter by which it continues in a uniform state of motion unless acted upon? Is inertia. Inertia is what you needed. So an I. The theory, plate is plate tectonics. Tectonics is what we needed. Like I said, I'll give you the number of letters because we needed the S at the end. The only common metal that is liquid at room temperature is mercury. So we need an M for that. As I say, there is another one. Gallium is also liquid at room temperature, but doesn't really occur at like a free element in nature. So can't really be described as common, but mercury is as common as muck. Uranus was the planet that Herschel discovered. And the final one, stratosphere. Stratosphere is what we needed. So yeah, troposphere, stratosphere, and then above that we have mesosphere. And the word for 5 points, litmus. Litmus was the word that you need. That will get you 5 bonus points.